But our friends are broke again.
I believe it.
And how did it happen?
It's a long story.
We've got 4 minutes left.
Well, it all began when Uncle Waldo started the Wigglesworth, Wisconsin Pickle Company.
They bought up every cucumber and gherkin for miles around.
Got 1,000 gallons of pickle juice.
And 500 pickle barrels.
And then it started to snow.
Froze every cucumber in Wisconsin.
The gherkins, too.
I'm wiped out.
What's more, we're stuck with all these barrels and pickle juice.
Maybe we could look on the paper and find a job.
A job? Give me that paper, Hoppity, before your young, impressionable mind is warped beyond... Saint Aunt Agnes McGee, look at this.
What is it, Waldo?
Just the chance of a lifetime for our little Hoppity is all look here. The famous Angels Camp Jumping Frog Contest.
Fame, fortune, and lots of prizes.
Hoppity, you are about to become a contestant in the greatest sporting event in all frogdom, the Angels Camp Jumping Contest.
But Waldo, Angels Camp is in California.
And we're in Wisconsin, and never the twain shall meet.
We can't afford to meet the twain. We're broke.
If I could just sell these barrels, we could.
I'll later. Right now, I'd rather eat.
No, Fillmore, I've got it.
A light bulb?
No, an idea. Fillmore, can you bust one of these barrels?
Like this?
Yes. Now, I tie 2 barrel staves to my feet, and voila, instant skis.
Skis? Aren't they a little small?
They're compact skis for skiing on Little Hill.
Oh, boy.
And so the next day...
Look at
All right,
you
folks,
guys.
step right up and get your compact skis. The
Oh,
latest
my
novelty in winter
goodness.
sports. How much
Oh, my
are they?
goodness.
They're absolutely free.
I have to tell the German Shepherd
Waldo, have you flipped your fedora?
Free?
Hi.
I'll take a pair. I'll take 2
babies.
pairs.
I'll take a
Oh,
dozen.
my God.
Within a few minutes, all the compact skis had been given away, and the eager citizens were trying them out. In a short time, most of the citizens of Foggy Bog, Wisconsin, were full of aches, pains, bruises, and sprains.
Quickly, chaps, fill these bottles with pickle juice. What seems to be the trouble, my good man? I sprained my back. Oh, you are in luck. Here is a bottle of Wigglesworth ski liniment, good for a man or beast, only $1. Smells like pickle juice. It is pickle juice. Tell me, did you ever see a pickle with a sprained back?
Well, no.
There you are, then. I'll take it. Me too.
And me!
At the end of the day, Waldo had sold enough pickle juice liniment to finance their trip to the West Coast.
But I just thought, now we have money, we don't have to go.
Yes, we do, Hoppity. Look there.
You know, suddenly I feel the call of the open road.
Once more, Waldo bounced over the county line just ahead of the sheriff. Away our friends went across the country, and in a few days were approaching the California border. Little did they know that a reception committee was already waiting for them.
Yep, they got a frog with them, Buckshot.
Okay, boys, run out the sign.
Hey, look, Uncle Waldo.
California welcomes jumping frog contestant.
A shortcut to Angels Camp this way.
Hey, that's real funny.
Look, they're waving at us. How friendly.
But how come they're waving with their fists closed?
It's a real California welcome, Hoppity. I've read about it many times.
Hoppity was right to wonder, though, for just around the next curve, that shortcut ended in a 100-foot drop to a dry stream bed. A bed already littered with the remains of other unfortunate contestants. What's this all about? We'll find out next time in Hoppity's Dead End or Canyon Fodder. Last time, you remember, Waldo decided to enter Hoppity in the famous Jumping Frog Contest in Angel's Camp, California.
Well, here we are in California, land of 10,000 lakes.
Hey, that's Minnesota.
Land of enchantment,
That's New Mexico.
the Garden State.
Hey, that's New Jersey.
Well, what do people call California?
You're too young to know the words, Hoppity.
Hey! California welcomes Jumping Frog. Shortcut to Angel's Camp this way.
How funny.
Little did our friends know that the welcoming committee was really a gang of crooked gamblers and tin-horn four-flushers, led by the dastardly villain, Buckshot Brown.
Well, there goes another frog, Buckshot.
I hope he enjoys his brief stay in California.
Gee, this is sure a rough road, Uncle Waldo.
But look on the bright side, Hoppity. If it's a shortcut, it can't be very long.
Well, that was good. For just ahead, the road ended abruptly in a 100-foot drop to a dry stream bed, already littered with the remains of other contestants' cars.
Hey, look out, Waldo.
Yikes!
And our hero's truck skidded toward the precipice, the edge of the cliff. Fortunately, at that instant, farther up the canyon, there occurred a typical light California shower. The result was a flash flood that raced along the dry creek bed and filled the gully just as our friends plunged over the side.
We're saved.
But what happens when our truck fills up with water?
Luckily, they didn't have to find out, for as quickly as it rose, the water subsided and left our boys high and reasonably dry.
Golly, things sure happen fast in California, Uncle Waldo.
If you think that was fast, watch how quickly we get to Angel's Camp. Fade out, fade in.
They're remarkable, Professor.
Now to find the judges and enter you in the contest. Come on, Hoppity.
They're remarkable. All he said was, fade out, fade in. Gee, I guess I don't have the knack.
Meanwhile, as Hoppity registered for the contest,
Yep, I swear it's that same frog, Buckshot.
he must be mighty lucky, and if there's one thing we don't want in this contest, it's a lucky frog. Now, here's what we do. I'll tell you what it makes.
Gee, I wonder where Fillmore went to. He was right here when we were...
Hold it, please.
Who are you?
Flash Pan Frog, the demon photographer.
You photograph demons?
Very funny. No, I'm from the County Chronicle. Want your picture for the afternoon edition.
Oh, my left profile is the best of all.
Not you, bottlenose, the frog.
Bottlenose.
Just one more. Thank you.
Gee, my picture in the paper. Won't that be swell?
Bottlenose, huh?
But Hoppity's picture wasn't in the paper that afternoon. Instead, it was on the wall of a shabby shack where a remarkable event was occurring. Hold still, Shorty.
But Buckshot is no frog.
Not yet, you ain't. But it's just a matter of a stitch here and there.
I don't want to be a frog.
Are you sure, Shorty?
Croak.
And in a few moments, Buckshot had disguised his reluctant henchman to look something like Hoppity Hooper. That evening, as Hoppity was training for the big contest.
Bottlenose, eh? The gall of that journalistic germ.
Don't be so sensitive, Uncle Waldo. Go on up there and measure my jump.
Very well, Hoppity. Bottlenose.
Here I come. 1, 2, 3.
Gotcha. Okay, now throw Shorty.
Well, the distance was fine, Hoppity, but your landing was terrible.
Go fly a kite, Bottlenose.
You ought to... Bottlenose?
Well, what in the world is this all about? We'll find out next time in 2 for the Money or Hoppity's Double Trouble. One of the major sporting events of our time is the annual Jumping Frog Contest held in Angel's Camp, California. And the odds-on favorite to win this year is our hero, Hoppity Hooper. As a result, a crooked gambler named Buckshot Brown disguised a member of his gang as a frog. And when Hoppity began to practice his jumping... Gotcha. Okay, throw Shorty.
Your distance is fine, Hoppity, but your form is dreadful.
Go fly a kite, Bottlenose.
What? Hoppity, your voice is changing.
Come on, you creep, help me up.
My little Hoppity, he's growing up. I'm losing my baby.
Oh, brother.
Meanwhile, the real Hoppity was being held captive in a small black shack on the outskirts of town.
Hey, you can't do this to me.
Watch carefully, Big Mouth. We're doing it. Now, come on, boys. We're gonna enter our frog into contest.
Oh, Fillmore, what are we going to do? Our little frog is grown up. And what's more, he can't jump anymore.
Then why not, Hoppity?
It hurts me feet when I land, Fatso.
The name is Fillmore.
Won't you even try to jump, Hoppity?
Well, if it makes you happy, how's this?
We're doomed, Fillmore. We'll bomb out. This will be a worse performance than the time you played Little Eva in Uncle Tom's Cabin.
Yeah, and the rope broke as I was going up to heaven.
Fillmore, that's it. That's how we'll win the contest.
So how's that,
It's
Professor?
your Little Eva going up to heaven, Hoyt.
Waldo soon assembled a kind of makeshift dinner.
Now, Hoppity, we'll just pass this thin wire to your waist. We'll hide the derrick in the bushes, and when you're ready to jump, we'll pull you up.
You must be out of your skull, Bottlenose.
Put the harness on him, Fillmore, and let's try it.
Keep your grubby paws off of me, stupid.
To think that a nephew of mine would turn out to be a delinquent frog. All right, Hoppity, now we'll pull and you jump.
I tell you, I ain't gonna.
Well, that'll have to do, Fillmore. Come on, let's get it set up.
Meanwhile, Buckshot Brown was in the judge's tent near the starting line. I want to enter a frog into contest.
Yes, sir, and where is the little man?
Right in this sack.
Rather large frog, isn't he?
He's Australian. Come on out, Henry.
Cheerio, mates! That's no frog. That's a kangaroo.
I got a couple of authorities here who say it's a frog.
What authorities?
Meet Mr. Bang and Mr.
They may be right. You know, for a moment, I could have sworn that was a kangaroo.
Me? A kangaroo? Not likely. When the other contestants saw Buckshot's Australian frog, they were considerably dismayed.
Great horny toads, I'm not going to let my frog jump against that brute. He could get squashed.
At last, there were only two entries left. Henry, the Australian frog, and the make-believe Hoppity Hooper, who was really one of Buckshot's goons in disguise.
When the judge says go, pull hard, Fillmore. This may be Hoppity's last leap.
Why?
Those cigars he's been smoking have simply ruined his condition.
So he does look a little stagnant.
Contestant number one.
That's us, Fillmore.
On your mark, get set, jump.
Pull, Fillmore.
But Shorty's frog suit wasn't very strong, and...
Professor, I think maybe we pulled a little too hard.
What have I done? Hoppity, speak to me. Speak to me.
He can't, Waldo. He's nothing but skin and bones, without the bones.
Well, does this leave a wide open field for Buckshot Brown and his Australian frog? We'll see next time in The Joint is Jumping or Springtime for Henry. Well, now is the hour for the big jumping frog contest in Calaveras County. But there's rather a skimpy group at the starting line. Only Buckshot Brown's entry, Henry the Australian frog, who looks remarkably like a kangaroo, and something that looks like Hoppity Hooper, but doesn't behave a bit like him.
Get your clammy paws off of me, fat stuff.
See? Our Hoppity would never make such an uncalled-for remark.
Uncalled for? He tried to take away my cigar.
And when Waldo and Fillmore tried to assist him with a derrick, the frog suit ripped off, revealing Buckshot Brown's henchman, Shorty.
Hooey! Is that what an American frog looks like without his skin?
And meanwhile, what of the real Hoppity? Strapped to a chair in a shack on the outskirts of town, he tugged in vain at his bonds.
Gee, it's no use. These knots are too tight. Wait a minute. They left my feet free. If I can only aim myself in the right way, I can...
Say, you're not Hoppity Hooper.
That's right, Judge. So there's only one contestant left. Let's go.
Oh, very well. Contestant number 2, on your mark, get set, jump. 126 feet, 4 1/2 inches. A new world's record.
Now, if you'll just hand over the prize money.
Now, just a moment. The real Hoppity Hooper hasn't made his jump yet.
Maybe not, but where is he?
Here I am.
Elmore, it's Hoppity.
Go, joy bells!
Welcome back, me boy. Where have you been?
Quick, get this chair off my back, Uncle Waldo.
But horror of horrors, Waldo couldn't untie the knot.
I demand a frog make his jump.
He's right, Mr. Wigglesworth. Get ready, Hoppity.
But how can I jump my best with a chair on my back?
On your mark,
Fear not, my boy. I just happen to have with me a bottle of Wigglesworth's patented Jupiter jumping juice.
Jupiter jumping juice?
A triple-strength elixir compounded of essence of Mexican jumping beans, selected hops, and pure spring water. Take it down, my boy.
get set, jump! 126 feet, 5.5 inches. Hoppity Hooper wins by 1 inch and a chair leg.
Stone the crows, mate. It's a fair cow.
Hannah, you didn't win.
Well, that's life, chum. Now just give me me money and I'll take it on the heel and toe.
Well, I don't exactly have it, Henry. You see, I was depending on the prize.
You can't pay me, Nicker. Well, Cover, I see we've got to talk a little more business.
And so when our boys were leading Angel's Camp to a hero's ovation,
There's a little traction on Main Street, Uncle Waldo.
Henry, the famous boxing kangaroo. Exhibitions on the hour, every hour.
yes, Buckshot Brown was now Henry's punching bag. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Quiet, mate. You're supposed to be a silent partner.
Gee, Uncle Waldo, I sure was lucky you had that bottle of jumping juice.
Well, my boy, that was really a slight subterfuge.
Huh?
An artful artifice, a bit of legal legerdemain.
Yeah, he means it was a fake, Hoppity.
Well, not entirely, Fillmore. This bottle did contain genuine spring water.
But why did...
I just helped you out a little bit, Hoppity. You know, if you think you can do a thing, chances are you're really going to do it.
Gee, your story has a moral to it, doesn't it?
Yup, and what's more, it's even got a happy ending.
It has?
Yup, and this is it.
How can you tell?
Because look, we're going hand in hand into the sunset.
And so they are. But they'll be back again next time for another chapter in The Adventures of Hoppity Hooper.